Okay, so public comment. Good evening, Mr. Schlosser. Welcome.
Good evening, commissioners. Let me give you my reaction to what you just done. I've been in this process from the beginning of the working group, and I've been coming to these meetings. This is a good policy. I was going to call it a transformational policy. But what you have just done is so flabbergasting, and the optics of it at the last minute, exactly as you did with the body camera policy, a last-minute change. But it's more than that. There haven't been a lot of changes in this policy since June 22nd. It's been fixed. There were two things that were being part of the meet and confer process that the POA strongly opposed: the carotid restraint and the shooting at vehicles. You stuck to your guns, pardon the expression, on the shooting at vehicles, but you're caving on the carotid restraint. You know, Marty Hallinan just put out a tweet saying that he's going to run again because he has unfinished business with the use of force policy. This feels like that, and I'm not really accusing you of it, but we worked on the policy. We knew about carotid versus chokehold. Marty Hallinan gave us a demonstration in February. We knew that it was at the working group, not you, but it's not. President Loftus said to Commissioner Haynes' statement that it's antiquated carotid restraint. It's fallen out of favor. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. That's why the Department of Justice said immediately prohibit it. And we've been waiting a long time, and now you're taking back on that. So this is the first recommendation of the Department of Justice that this commission is rejecting. And you can say you're putting it off, but it's obvious to everyone that that other option is tasers. Everyone knows that.
Good evening. Welcome.
Thank you. We were doing so well. We just spent a whole time, I felt so good about what happened with the CIT because we were talking about sound judgment. The container of our discussion was about compassion, about using judgment and caring about the person, not what toy on the belt can be used best to hurt somebody. For God's sake. This is just unbelievable that we would do this. You know, thank you, Commissioner De Jesus, for calling out that this is a cover to get tasers in, which we know the chief wants. And, you know, they still haven't, the public in New York has still not forgiven the officers for killing Eric Garner. And he said, I didn't know he was, you know, could have died from what I was doing. He didn't know. We can't do this. We cannot go back from where we just were to talking about compassion and caring about life and all the work that these people have done. It's just, you know, and also we keep asking the city attorney, is this okay? Well, I brought a complaint against this commission about the public not being noticed, and the city attorney said there was no merit whatsoever. It was ridiculous and should be dropped immediately. Well, they didn't think that way. They did not think that way. And they ruled in favor, and now the public, I mean, we were so excited. I really thought it was a whole night, a new chief that we like, a CIT policy, the use of force. We're just going to go through the motions because we've talked about this forever. And now, really?
Good evening, Commissioners. David Carr-Salavari, San Franciscans for Police Accountability. I came here tonight to commend the Commission for the great work they did in getting us a new chief. But you are sandbagging us. You're sandbagging the public. We can only guess what's going on behind the scenes. But this all seems orchestrated, staged, pre-rolled. Did Kawa tell the commissioners who would bring this up and then who would support it? You're also apparently sandbagging some of the commissioners. The one who has been outspoken about us and probably our newest commissioner. You may have satisfied the narrow legalistic duty to agendize this, but you have clearly not done your real duty in allowing the public the time to weigh in.
Thank you. Karen Fleshman, San Franciscans for Police Accountability. I was there when Mayor Lee promised to implement all 272 recommendations of the U.S. Department of Justice. You were right behind me, as were you, Vice President Terman. And so I'm really dismayed to see that now we're going to start picking and choosing which of the recommendations to implement. I commend Commissioner De Jesus and Commissioner Hing for speaking up for the interests of the people of San Francisco. We have made it clear we do not want tasers in San Francisco. We spoke tonight, 3,000 calls per month from people in mental health duress. We know that tasers are particularly lethal when used on people in mental health duress. There's a reason why San Francisco does not have tasers. We have high numbers of mentally ill people, intoxicated people, and we don't want 50,000 volts of electricity to go through their bodies. In 2015, San Francisco ranked 10th nationally in per capita fatal officer-involved shootings. And we need you, commissioners, to stand up to the police department and prevent these deaths from occurring.
Now I'd like to say happy solstice. And thank you all for coming to this conclusion that makes the public feel we were heard, listened to, we've worked together and cooperated as a city. Thank you.